Welcome to aminacademy.com. Let us discuss about the history of Rajput. Rajputs were a group of clans, castes, and lineages that ruled over parts of the Indian subcontinent in the medieval and feudal periods. The origin of Rajputs are unclear, but some scholars believe they came from Central Asia in the 2nd century BCE. Others believe they were a lineage of the Kshatriya caste. Rajputs became prominent after the ancient empires of India broke up into smaller kingdoms. After Harshavardhana's death in 647 CE, around 36 Rajput kingdoms developed, each with its own king. The Rajputs ruled over regions that are now known as Rajasthan, Delhi, Haryana, Western Gangetic Plains, and Bundelkhand. They repelled early invasions of Arab commanders and fought against the Sultan of Delhi. The Rajputs were known for their courage, loyalty, and royalty. They were divided into many subdivisions called Vansh and Vamsha, which were further divided into three major Vansh based on claimed heritage. Women. Rajput women were often literate and typically engaged in embroidery, literature, painting, and music in peacetime. When faced with the prospects of being captured by enemies, they would often self immolate rather than face dishonor. Rajput presence in Pakistan. Rajputs are still dominant in the politics and military of the Potawar Plateau in Pakistan's Punjab province. Now let us discuss more about Rajputs. Rajput from Sanskrit Rajaputra, which means son of king. Any of about 12 million landowners organized in patrilineal clans and located mainly in central and northern India. They are especially numerous in the historic region of Rajputana, land of Rajputs, that also included portions of present day eastern Pakistan. Rajputs regard themselves as descendant or members of the Kshatriya warrior ruling class, but they actually vary greatly in status from princely lineage such as the Guhilot and Kachwaha to simple cultivators. Most authorities agree that successful claims of Rajput status frequently were made by groups that attained secular power, invaders from Central Asia, as well as patrician lines, indigenous tribal people were probably absorbed in that way. There are numbers of Muslim Rajputs in northwestern India and eastern Pakistan. The Rajputs generally have adopted the custom of purdah, seclusion of women. Parda of secular, that is seclusion of women. Their ethos includes as intense pride in ancestry and a some regard for personal honor. They seek hypergamous marriages, that is, a bride marrying into a social group higher than her own. Rajput's origins seem to date from a great breakup of Indian society in the northern and northwestern Indian subcontinent under the impact of the Hephthalites, that is, white hands, and associated tribes from the mid 5th century CE onward. Following the breakup of the Gupta Empire, that is late 6th century, invading group were probably integrated within the existing society with the present pattern of northwestern Indian society being the result. Tribal leaders and whole nobles were accepted as Kshatriyas, the second order of the Hindus, while their followers entered the fourth Shudra or cultivating order to form the basis of tribal castes such as the Jat, the Gujaras, and the Ahirs. Some of the invaders, priests, became Brahmins, that is the highest ranked state, so called caste. Some indigenous tribes and clans also attained Rajput status, such as the Rathos of Rajputana, the Bhattis of Punjab, and the Chandilas, Paramiras, and Vandalas of central India. Rajput ancestry can be divided between Surya Vanshi, that is, house of the suns, or solar people, or those descendant from Rama, the hero of the epic Ramayana, and Chandravanshi, house of the moon, or lunar people, or those descendant from Krishna, the hero of the epic Mahabharata. A third group, Agnikula, family of the fire god, is the group from which the Rajputs derive their claim to be Kshatriyas. Rajput habits of eating meat except beef and other traits suggest both foreign and aboriginal origins. The Rajputs emerged into political importance as early as in the 7th century from about 800. Rajput dynasties dominated northern India and the many petty Rajput kingdoms were there were among the main obstacles of the complete Muslim dominations of Hindu India. In the early 1020s, the Rajput rulers at Gwalior and Kalinjar were able to hold off assault by Mahmud of Ghazna, present day Ghazni, Afghanistan. Although the two cities did pay him tribute after the Muslim conquest of the eastern Punjab and the Ganges, that is Ganges River Valley, the Rajputs maintained their independence in the fastnesses of Rajputana and the forests of central India. Sultan Alauddin Khilji of Delhi reigned from 1296 to 1316, took the two great Rajput forts of Chittor and Ranthambore in eastern Rajputana but could not hold them. The Rajput states of Mewar under Rana Sanga made a bit of supremacy but was defeated by the Mughal Emperor Babur at Kanwa in 1527. Babur's grandson Akbar retook the Chittur and Ranthambore forts and then made a settlement with all the Rajputana princes except Mewar, accepted Mughal overlordship. The princes were admitted the court and the emperor's privy council and were given governorship and commands of armies. Some Rajput nobles further strengthened their ties with the Mughals by arranging marriages between their daughters and Mughal emperors or their sons. The Rajput Mughal arrangements continued into the early part of the Emperor Aurangzeb's reign. But eventually, the emperor's intolerance turned the Rajputs against him, and the ensuing conflict between the two sides became one of the several factors leading to the collapse of the Mughal Empire itself in the 18th century. The Rajputs subsequently fell victims to the chiefs of the Maratha Confederacy until they accepted British suzerainty in 1818 at the end of the last Maratha War. After India's independence, 1947, most of the Rajput states in Rajasthan were merged to form the state of Rajasthan within the Indian Union. So far, we discussed about little about Rajputs, that is history of Rajput we have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.